There's a single process that can literally save a multi-million-dollar construction project from total financial ruin. Today, we're going to break down that exact lifesaver, the Material Approval Request, or as everyone on site calls it, the MAR.
So let me ask you this. What is a project's absolute worst nightmare? The one thing that can bring a massive job to a screeching, budget-blowing halt. What really keeps project managers awake at night?
It's this: finding out that the materials you've already installed don't meet the project specs. Just imagine, the client wanted high-performance fire-rated cladding, but an unapproved, cheaper version gets delivered and installed instead. It might even look right, but then months down the line an inspector flags it. The result? Total chaos. We're talking massive budget overruns, crippling schedule delays, and worst of all, huge safety risks. And all of that leads to thousands of hours of expensive, painful rework.
But what if you could stop all of that before it even started? What if there was a kind of insurance policy for your project's materials? Well, there is, and it's called the Material Approval Request.
The MAR is basically a formal checkpoint. It's a huge milestone in any quality control program. The best way to think of it is like a passport for materials. Before any material is even allowed on the job site, it needs this passport, all stamped and approved, proving it meets every single requirement. It's the ultimate gatekeeper.
So this is where it gets really good, because the MAR directly solves that nightmare scenario we just talked about. First, it ensures compliance, so you have documented proof you're using the right stuff. That in turn prevents those costly delays because you catch problems before you buy. And since you're not installing the wrong materials, expensive rework gets slashed. Finally, it creates this permanent record, a paper trail, so years later anyone can see exactly what went into that building. The main takeaway here is that it's all about being proactive, not reactive.
Okay, so to get this material passport, you have to build a case for it, a whole dossier that proves your chosen material is the right one for the job. So let's take a look at what actually goes into that package.
Yeah, this isn't just a simple form. It's a complete evidence package. The technical data sheets, or TDS, that's like the materials resume. It lists all of its capabilities. And the material test certificates, that's the third-party proof that it actually does what it says it does. You'll usually throw in physical samples too, so people can see and touch it. Altogether, these documents paint a complete picture, leaving nothing to chance.
Now, I know that package looks pretty detailed, but the good news is the approval process itself follows a really clear and logical path. It's not some mysterious black box. It's a journey with very defined steps.
Let's walk through it real quick. First, the contractor's quality team puts together that whole dossier we just talked about. Next, they formally submit it to the client or their engineer. Next, the engineers put it under a microscope, checking every last detail against the project specs. And finally, a formal decision comes back. See? Simple, structured, and super effective.
And that decision is going to be one of these four things. Approved, that's the green light you want. Go ahead and order. Approved as noted is more of a conditional green light. You can order, but you have to make some specific tweaks. Revise and resubmit means not yet. You've got to go back and add more info or make some changes. And rejected, well, that's a hard no. That material is not right for the project, period. You got to find something else. Each one tells the project manager exactly what to do next.
Now, this is where people can get a little confused, so let's clear this up right now. The MAR has a close cousin called the MIR, the Material Inspection Request. They're a team for sure, but they're absolutely not the same thing.
Here's the key difference, right here. The MAR is the plan. It all happens before you even buy the material. It's about approving the type and specs of what you want to use. The MIR, on the other hand, is the proof. This happens when the delivery truck literally shows up on site. It's a physical inspection to confirm that the stuff that arrived is the exact same stuff you got approved in the MAR.
So, long story short, one is the proactive check, the other is the final on-site check, and you absolutely need both. The MAR sets the standard, and the MIR confirms that standard was met. They're the essential 1-2 punch of material quality control.
So after all that, what do you think? Is the MAR just more tedious paperwork for a project team that's already swamped? Or is it actually the single most powerful tool you have for guaranteeing quality, preventing a total disaster, and delivering a project on time and on budget? I'll let you be the judge.